Hey guys, welcome to my first ever reading vlog. I am very excited to start my reading vlog journey, and I'm currently reading Magnolia Parks. I'm halfway through the fourth book, I think, so I'm almost done with the whole series. I think the fourth book is my favorite so far, and I'm on chapter 58 right now. I already filmed a little bit of me reading Magnolia Parks, so I'll just insert that in the beginning, but I'll continue reading now, and hopefully I can finish this book today because I'm obsessed and I kind of feel like I won't stop reading it until I have to go to sleep. So I'm just gonna go ahead and read a little bit. It's very heartbreaking, I have to say, that I love Julian and that I would have loved Julian and Magnolia together, or that I love Julian and Magnolia together. If you know, you know. But I think everyone who read that book kind of feels for him, but I just love him. I just feel like he deserves so much better. So I'm very excited to see how his story is going to go. And yeah, if you want to, you can read along with me, and I hope you enjoy this reading vlog. I'm very excited to see which books we're going to read together because I have a long TBR and I don't know which ones I will read next, but I feel like I'm gonna read some fantasy and maybe the Throne of Glass series because I wanted to start that for so long and I have the whole series like right down there. I also wanted to show you guys something very random, but I've been obsessed with this Rituals pillow mist, and I like to spray it all over my bed every night, and I promise it puts me to sleep so fast. I love the smell. It's just so soothing and calming. So if you have sleeping problems or if you struggle to calm down, this is going to help you. And this is not sponsored or anything, I just love it. I use it all the time. Hey guys, I finished reading Magnolia Parks today and I loved it. I mean, the ending was so crazy, but I just loved it. 5 stars immediately. And I'm very, very curious to see how the next books are going to go. But I started Throne of Glass, the first book, got it right here, and I like it so far. Didn't read that much yet, but I will definitely continue tonight. But as of now, I'm really enjoying it, so I kind of can't stop thinking about Magnolia Parks though, because if you read the fourth book, what was that ending? I have so many questions, but I guess I can be happy because I'm even more excited to read the next books now. But I'm going to get some food now and get cozy and have a cozy girls' night all by myself, and I love it. I'm so excited. Hey guys, it's a couple of days later actually, and I'm almost finished with the book. I love it. Like, I love the storyline, I love the characters, I just love everything about it. And I'm gonna show you how far I've come. This is how far I've come, and like, this is what I still have to read. I will go ahead and read a little bit before I'm going to sleep. But as of now, I can say that this is definitely a 4-star. I don't know about 5-star because it's also a little bit slow in my opinion. But I think that's also just because it's the first book of the whole series. So I'm not gonna judge that. I also kind of like when books are going slow, which doesn't really make sense because my favorite book is Once Upon a Broken Heart, and I feel like that's very fast-paced. But yeah, I don't know, I just love the way she writes. I mean, I also read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I loved it, and it just reminds me of that, of course, because it's the same author, but I love it. I love it so much. I'm hoping that I can finish this book tomorrow and give you guys a little update before I start with the second part. I don't know if this is going to be like read the whole Throne of Glass series with me, because I don't know how long that's going to take, but I definitely want to read another book this month. So yeah, gotta hustle a little bit. That's a pimple patch. Don't mind that. I finished Throne of Glass and I already put it into my shelf, and now I'm reading Magnolia Parks, the last part, or at least the last part that came out into the dark. And I'm going to show you. I'm at chapter 3, I think. The thing is, I said I wanted to read the Throne of Glass series, but honestly, I'm just so curious of how Magnolia's story is going, because the last book ended on like a cliffhanger kind of vibe. 5% actually, I'm 5% in. And it's very depressing. But I expected that, honestly. But I didn't even want to talk about that. I just wanted to tell you all about Throne of Glass. So I ended up giving it a 3.5 stars, just because I felt like there would be a bigger plot twist than the plot twist that we ended up with. And I honestly didn't expect the ending to be that fast. I don't know. I just felt like there didn't happen much, and I just thought that the ending would be a little bit more dramatic, or that it would maybe end on a cliffhanger. But the ending was kind of boring. I don't want to say boring because I still like the book, but that's just what kept me from giving it 4 stars. Yeah, so it was good, but like not amazing. But I feel like it's also a good intro to a series, because there's much to build onto, and this book just kind of wrapped up for itself. So I feel like if you wouldn't want to read the second, third part, you wouldn't have to, because the story's kind of finished and you can just imagine an ending, I think. Yeah, I don't know, it was a little bit too plain, so I gave it 3.5, but I feel like I will really like the series as a whole. And I also had that with Court of Thorns and Roses, because I didn't really like the first book, but then as it went on, I started to love the characters and you get to know them. But I will try to read Magnolia Parks as fast as I can, so I can get back into the series. And I hope that this Magnolia Parks book also kind of wraps itself up, because I know that I have to wait a really long time until the next one comes out, and I don't want to be stuck on a cliffhanger, but I feel like that's gonna happen because it always kind of happens in her books. But that's also what I love, so can't even judge. Yeah, I will update you guys on how I like it, but as of now I think it's very depressing. If you know, you know. I don't wanna, yeah, you know. I forgot to mention that there's another thing that I really liked about Throne of Glass, and that's how the author portrayed friendship, because I feel like the bonds between the characters are so close, and I just love Selena's and Nehemiah's friendship, and also her and Cale's friendship. I feel like they're just so cute and so pure. I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like this is just what a true friendship is supposed to be like. I also feel like that bond is going to grow stronger throughout the series, and I'm very excited to read about that. And maybe it's just because I watch much My Little Pony and Friendship is Magic and all of that, but I just love the way she portrays friendship. I don't know. Hey guys, I've been doing such a bad job at vlogging. I didn't vlog for like the last week, I think. But that's just because my parents are gone and my boyfriend is constantly here and we're spending so much time together. But I'm having a little bit of a self-care night while he's out with his friends. So I just wanted to show you that I decided to read the second Throne of Glass book instead of Magnolia Parks, just because I was very curious and I ended up liking it more than I thought I would. My first thoughts weren't as positive, or at least I gave it like 3 stars, I think, but now I'm thinking about giving it 4 stars, and I wanted to start the second book, so I got it here, and that's how far I've come. Yeah, I will probably read this one first and then read Magnolia Parks. I'm all ready to go to bed. I just have my crochet things and my book and my color book too. I love coloring. Maybe I will do a video on that too. Cozy Corner color books, you know them? Yeah, I just have to do some laundry and wait for my boyfriend to get home, but until then I will definitely spend some time doing all of my hobbies, and I'm very excited for tonight. Also, don't mind the way I look a mess. I mean, my skincare is done and I got my lip mask on that I always put on over the night. So I'm having a very sweaty, glazy kind of look, but I promise it's just skincare. I also removed my nails and painted them just white because it's summer and I kind of felt like having a bright color on my nails. I also painted my toes, but I won't show that. Yeah. I feel like this vlog is a bit chaotic, but I still hope you enjoy it so far. I will update you about the book, but I already really love it, honestly. I feel like there's going to be a little bit more action than there was in the first one, and I love that because, as I said, I felt like there's a little bit of action missing, but here I'm already very curious to see how this is going. So I also just love the characters. Honestly, I feel like I said that 1,000 times. Maybe I just said it once, but I love the characters. Sarah J. Maas has just like a way of writing characters that they are so relatable and that you have a deep connection to them and feel like you know them. I felt like this with Ekotar too. And I really enjoyed it, and I was so sad when I finished the series, even though I think there's a 6th book coming out. 6th? I don't really know. But I loved the characters and I felt so connected to them. Also because you always know what's going on in their heads. In every chapter there are multiple POVs. And I really enjoy that because you see every little thing from every person's view, and sometimes you might not even think that this person is feeling that way right now. So I'm really enjoying that writing style, but I already knew that because she's like my second favorite author after Stephanie Garber, because Once Upon a Broken Heart and Carol have my heart, but yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. Hey guys, I wanted to give you all a little update on how far I've come with my book, because I'm like 40% through, I think, and I just wanted to show y'all. I'm on my way to meet up with a friend, but okay, I kind of overestimated myself, but that's how far I've come. I did not have that much time to read, to my defense, but I will try to pick it up tonight or tomorrow. But I also wanted to tell you what I think of the book so far. Really enjoy the storyline. I feel like there's already so much happening, like back to back, and I'm enjoying it. I would say I can't put it down, but as you can see, I put it down. But that's just because I really don't have time to read at the moment. Also because I have some university stuff going on. But as soon as my holidays start, I will read as much as I can. I'm already trying to, of course. Every night I try to pick it up, but it's a little bit difficult right now. We will see how far I come, but I think that I could finish it this month. It's currently June. I don't know when this video is out, but it's currently June 27th, I think. And I don't have anything planned for the next few days, so I hope that I can pick it up and read it, and maybe read it in 1 or 2 sittings, because I only read like 2 or 3 books this month, and that's not normal for me. I normally read like 5. I really hope that I can do that. So I also have a reading journal that I'm always working on, and I think it would kind of mess up my goal if I didn't read this book this month, because my goal is always like 50 books a year minimum. It's not looking that great right now. I don't know why. I've just not had the time, and I feel so horrible about it, because normally I read so much, but especially right now because I'm doing a reading vlog and I feel like I'm not reading enough. But yeah, so whenever this book is finished, I think I will read Magnolia Parks. I probably cut it, and I promise the next reading vlog is going to be a little bit less chaotic, and I will probably have books that I present in the beginning that I want to read, and then I will do a wrap up in the end. Maybe I'll also do a wrap up in this video where I just tell you how I rated all the books that I read, what I just thought of them overall. I hope I don't forget. Yeah, but that's what I have planned, and I just wanted to give you all a little update because I feel like I haven't vlogged in such a long time. It's been like 2 days. I feel like that's too much. Yeah, but I hope, even though this vlog is very chaotic and a little bit here and there, that you can still enjoy it. Hey guys, I wanted to give you all an update. It's so much later. I actually spent some days at my boyfriend's place and read a lot, and now I finished Throne of Glass 2 and I gave it 4.5 stars because I was obsessed with the book. As you can see, it's really much later because I did my nails. I did a summer set, but I think they're so cute. Yeah, I'm obsessed. But yeah, I finished Throne of Glass 2 and I really want to continue with the third one. So I was thinking of maybe not reading Magnolia Parks. I know that I have to do it at some point, and I also really like Magnolia Parks, but it's just something so depressing about the first few chapters that I read that I don't really want to continue it. And also I'm just in such a big fantasy mood, also because I'm writing my own book and it's also a fantasy book. It helps to read fantasy while I write on my own book. So I'm way more motivated to read Throne of Glass 3, also because we will ignore Magnolia Parks, but I normally always finish a book series before I start a new one. And I just have the urge to finish Throne of Glass because it's so good. I just had so much fun reading the second book, and today I was like halfway through and I finished the whole second half today in the bathtub. And when I drove home, I immediately started reading again and I just finished it and I gave it 4.5 stars. Of course, I will talk to you guys about all books in detail and what I liked about them, but I'm really thinking about reading the third book and just not reading Magnolia Parks now. I honestly think that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so because I decided not to read Magnolia Parks, I will finish this reading vlog here. And I just wanted to give you all a little conclusion of what I thought of all of my books that I read. And we will start with Magnolia Parks number 4, I think. I'm not sure, don't judge me. I really enjoyed it. Gave it 5 stars and I just loved the emotion and the character development that came with that book, because the way that Daisy and Christian developed, but also Magnolia's development that was kind of hinted at in some parts of the book, and the way that Julian's relationship with Magnolia is portrayed. And I felt sorry, I almost cried, I laughed, I had so much fun reading it because the characters are so relatable and I felt like I was really close to them and like I'm in that friend group. I just love the way Jessa Hastings writes her characters and that you can always see what's going on inside their heads. So yeah, I gave that 5 stars, and I would also say that it's my favorite book out of the whole Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates series so far. So if you consider reading that, give it a go, because the series is good as a whole, even though I just want to finish Throne of Glass. It has nothing to do with how bad or good Magnolia Parks is, because it's a very, very good series. I enjoyed every single book, but this has to be my favorite so far. And it's just high society gossip, but also aching and agony and cute love stories, everything. It's got everything. So I will definitely recommend the series and especially this book, but you have to read the other books to understand what's going on. So read Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates, read them. And even if you just decide to read Daisy Hates because that's what I wanted to do in the beginning, you will get curious about Magnolia Parks because the series are connected. You don't have to read the Magnolia Parks books to understand the Daisy Hates books, but you will be curious. Yeah. The next book that I read was the first Throne of Glass book, and I already talked a lot about that book, so I'm not going to say too much, but I love the characters. I really liked the way she wrote about friendship in this book. Even if it wasn't as exciting as the second book, I still really liked it. I ultimately decided to give it 3 stars because that's just the rating that I immediately had in my head, and I thought about it for a while, and I feel like 3 stars is the best solution. Also because I just read the second book and it was so much better. I just feel like 3 stars is the best rating for that. So if you want to start the series, definitely start. I can't talk about all the books yet because, as I said, I just read 2 of them, but I already really love it, and I know this is going to be one of my favorite series, and that's also why it gets a place on my shelf. Yeah, but then the second book of Throne of Glass, can we talk about how gorgeous the German covers are? I love them. I also love that every book has a different color scheme. Like this is blue and this is all red. I'm curious to see what the other books are, but it's also kind of connected to what's going on in the books, because in this book the main character has a lot of rage and she's an assassin, so yeah, but she's a baddie, and I had moments where I just couldn't put the book down, like yesterday and today, and the romance is immaculate, and I can't really decide who I like more. I don't want to say too much, that's why I'm going to leave it at, but there are many likable characters in that book, so... But I think I have a favorite. I would definitely recommend this book. It was amazing and so fun to read, and there's lots of action and so many plot twists. Like, actually, I normally kind of see plot twists coming or predict what's going to happen, but I did not predict what's going to happen in that book, because all of the riddles that the characters have to solve are so complex that I couldn't solve them before they did, even if I put my whole mind to it. So I can definitely recommend this book, and I'm going to give it 4 stars. So we have a 5-star, a 3-star, and a 4-star read, maybe even 4.5. So I would say that this reading vlog was very successful, and I hope the next one isn't as chaotic, and maybe I have to plan a little bit better, so I really have some books that I'm going to read and that I not just think that I'm going to read them. But maybe I will do another one about the Throne of Glass series where I just finish the rest of the series, or I will do another one afterwards where I read a new series. I don't know, but it depends. I also don't know how long this video is going to be, so I think I also have to look out for the length, because I could imagine that it gets boring if I just read one series. But if you really enjoyed it and you want to know my reaction, you can let me know in the comments. And if you guys want to, I will make a whole Throne of Glass reading vlog kind of thing, because I still have, I think, 6 books left, or 5. And maybe it's going to be a bit long, but then I can rate each book individually and tell you which book I like the most in the end. Maybe also rate the series as a whole. So I'm very excited to read the rest of the books, because as I just said, I legit couldn't put this down, and I feel like I will have that with some other books in that series, because so many plot twists just happened and there's lots of magical stuff going on, and the beginning wasn't so magical at all. So I'm so excited for that, because it's just giving fantasy, and also she's going on a journey now, and I love that. I don't know if you read Fourth Wing, but there's also a part where the main characters have to go on a journey, and I always enjoy that part so much. It's like in every good fantasy series, because in Powerless there also was a part where they had to get on a ship and sail away and solve the kingdom's problems, and in A Court of Thorns and Roses too. So I just love when that happens. I love it. So I already know I'm going to be so hyped about the other books. And yeah, I'm very excited for the next reading vlog, and I hope you enjoyed this one, even though it was a bit chaotic. I really need to organize my reading vlogs a little bit more. But I hope you had fun, and if you enjoyed that video, you can definitely like and subscribe to my channel. I would be very happy if you joined my little community. And if you have any book recommendations, definitely let me know, because I need more of them, and I really need good romantic enemies to lovers recommendations, always. I mean, I already have a lot of those books, but I just never get tired of them. Maybe I can also do a video on what my favorite series are and what I would recommend the most, but only if you like to watch that, so let me know. Yeah, you already know, stay blessed, stay positive. I hope you had fun watching my vlog. See you next time. Bye bye.